Ayan! Hello mga mahal kong viewers. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Ate Joy Woods. Sa ngayon po itutur ko kayo sa Geneva Lake. Ayan, part 2 po ng birthday celebration ko nung birthday ko. See Hello mga welcome viewers. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Ate Joy Woods. Nandito po kami ngayon sa Lake Geneva. Ang ganda, sobrang ganda po sa lake na ito. Nako, dito naman po, dito yung Geneva Lake Cruise Line. Ayan, kung sinong gustong mag-cruise line, ayan, mayroon dito. Ayan, sasakay lang po ng cruise. So, tingnan niyo naman, may full lake tour sila. Ayan, boat tour or depart. Ayan, mailboat. Ay, igwa. Sorry po. And special tour din po sila at Geneva Bay Tours. Okay? Ayan. Dito po ako ngayon sa Geneva, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Ayan. So, ito naman yung ano nila. Tours for Tuesday po, June 1st. Oh, my birthday! Yay! Today is my birthday. So, we're gonna have a tour later on. So, ito po yung mga schedule nila, 10:30 to 2 sa Black Point State Tour, Geneva, and dito naman sa 11:30 to 12:30 Geneva Tour to Walwart. Ayan. So, 1 to 3 po PM full lake tour in Walwart. Ayan. Then 3:15 to 4:15 Geneva Bay Tour, Walwart. Ayan. So, pili ka lang po kung aling boat po ang gusto nyong sakayan. Ayan, mayroon pa po dito sa kabila. Ayan. So, you can buy a ticket right there. Ayan. So, gauge. Ayan. Diyan po kayo bibili ng ticket. So, yeah. So, ito po. Mayroon pang dami nilang mga cruise po dito. Ang ganda po. So, ito naman po yung ano nila, scenic boat tours. Ayan. Dito ka pipili kung saan mo gustong. I think ito yung mga lugar na pwede mong mapuntahan sa tour na ito. Ayan. So, ang ganda. Sa Lake Geneva. Ayan, boat tour map. Ayan, ito po yung mapa nila. Super, ang ganda po talaga dito. Sobrang ganda. Mag-i-enjoy talaga kayo sa mga malapit lang sa Wisconsin, dyan sa Chicago, sa Iowa, Michigan, pwede kayong pumunta dito at mag-tour, mag-boat tour. Pwede rin kayong magre-renta on your own yacht, on your own yacht. Mayroon din dito, ayan. So, kung gusto mo private lang, hindi public na tour, so pwede kang magre-renta ng yacht. Ayan, ayan po. Papakita ko lang po sa inyo ang mga yachts. Sobra. Di ko lang alam kung magkano ang rent nila sa yachts. Pero ang ganda. Sobra. Ayan po. For family or a couple. Ayan, pwede barkada. Pwede din po yan. Ayan po yan yung mga yachts na for rentals po. Ayan, mga yachts po yan. At yan, papunta po yan doon. Mga yachts po yan. Kung gusto mong private lang, hindi makihalubilo ng ibang mga tao. Ayan. So, yan. So, magkano nga ba ang public parking nila dito? Ayan. Papakita ko lang din po sa inyo yung public parking. Ayan, yung public parking nila. Yan po ang mga prices. Yun, no? Nakita nyo. Ayan, sa mga kababayan natin, malapit lang dito sa Wisconsin. Go na, arat na, sobrang mag-enjoy kayo dito. Ayan, talagang ako mag-enjoy mamaya. Today is my day, it's my birthday, it's my birthday. So yeah, yun. Dito naman kami sa sa Lake Beach nila. Ayan, mayroong beach resort kunwari dito. Kunwari. Kaso lake lang. A fresh water po siya. Ayan. Pakita ko lang po. Yun o. So, pwede kang maligo dyan. I don't know if may bayad or wala. Hindi ko pa rin alam. Ito po yung ano dito. Bayad ng renta ng parking sa $2 per hour. Yan po. 5 hour lang ang maximum nila. Maximum nila 5 hour. Ayan, yan po ang ano nila. Yan. So, ayan, pwede kang maligo dyan, mag-swimming or ano. Pero hanggang dyan lang sa may yung mga bola. Kasi bawal na doon sa malalim. Yan, hanggang dyan lang sa may bola. Ganda naman, nilagyan nila ng white sand, di ba? Parang ano na rin, beach, beach nga. Lake, beach lake, di ba? Ganun. Yan, ang ganda. So, yung mga yachts po dyan, pwede, may mga may-ari po ata yan, or pwede nilang parintahan. Ito yung mga business nila dito, yung boat tour. Ayan, so yan. Mayroon din silang dito, dinner tour sa cruise and lunch tour po. May schedule sila. Ipapakita ko sa inyo mamaya ang nila schedule. So ang ganda, ang ganda. At dito naman sa may mga kainan po. Yan, bandang dyan, papunta dun. Ayan, maganda siya dito. So ito po ay nasa Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Yun. Kaya sa mga gustong pumunta dito, may mga planong outing, punta kayo dito It's really recommended. Charot. Yun, ganon. Oo, sobrang ganda. At marami mga restaurant dito na choices nyo. Kung anong mga choices nyo. Yan, marami dito. Mga restaurant. Sa mga gusto nyo lang, kung anong gusto nyo kainin. Yung mga ganon. So, diba, ang ganda. Oo, so hindi ka basta-basta makapasok dyan. Kung dito ka ata papasok, pababa. Ay, dito ka bababa. Yun. Ito yung entrance nila pababa. Ayan. Pwede kang bumaba doon. At kung gusto mo sa beach. O, diba gano'n. So, yan. So, pupunta kami doon. Uupo lang kami. Magsa-sightseeing lang. Char. Oo, kasi diba ang ganda ng view. So, ito naman yung nila dito. Baywalk. O, diba? Baywalk. Parang baywalk. Nakaka-baywalk, parang dagat. Kung makapagsabi ng baywalk, parang nasa dagat. Kiko. Hindi, baywalk talaga. Oo, diba? Kasi, malapit lang sa lake, sa tubig. Ganon yun. So, super ganda po dito. Sobrang fresh air. Pero pag winter, close po ito pag winter kasi, di ba, mag-a-ice yan lahat ng lake na yan. Oo, mag-i-snow yan lahat. Lahat po, i-snow yan. So, ang ganda lang. So, nakaka-relax lang kasi yung hangin nyo ba, galing dyan sa lake. Napaka-fresh talaga. Sobra. Tapos, may mga trees, so nakaka-release stress. Diba? Ganun. Sa mga gustong mag-release stress dyan, punta na kayo dito. Super ganda. Mag-i-enjoy kayo dito. It's really nice in here. Okay. Honey, can we sit right there? There. Sobrang ganda. Ayan. So, yun po yung cruise na pwede mo, yan po ang sasakyan namin. Mamaya-maya. Diba ganahin? For, I think it's about 3 hours tour. 3 hours tour. Ang ganda, no? May nagbabalibol na doon.
Once I close out,
Ganda nila,
sell this building,
Kaya nagsasunbathing na hira
I'm
lahat.
closing every credit card except one.
Ganda. Ayan, lahat mga bata nandito. Ayan, pwede sila may libreng storytelling. Ayan po. So, pupunta na kami sa Ayan, ang ganda ng lake. Ayan. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina po. Kahapon na tayo. Hindi kami natuloy kahapon sa cruise kasi naiwanan kami. So, ngayon na lang today. Second day namin dito. So, second day. So, ayan. So, Papunta na kami sa cruise. Baka maiwanan na naman kami. Ayan, pwede po kayo dyan maligo. Ayan, oras na daw. Alright, bilisan natin. Kasi oras na. Oras na. Shit. Ayan. Yun po ang sasakyan namin. Ayan. Wala pang ang tao. Grabe ito ng mga asawa ko kung makaano. Parang maiwan talaga. Ayan. So, ayan. Papunta na kami doon. So, hindi na uso dito ang face mask. Wala na ako nakikita ang nagpi-face mask sa mga tao. Ayan po. Pwede ka maligo dyan. Hindi naman kalakihan yung lake, pero ang daming mga activities dito. Pwede kang mag-fishing. Ayan. At pwede ka rin mag-cruise or mag-renta po ng private yachts. Ayan. So, yan. At may mga restaurant po dyan. Sa gilid. Mga hotels, apartment. Kung gusto niyo mag-renta ng apartment, mayroon din po. So, yan. Yan na cute dog. So, ako yung ang ayaw ko lang talaga yung sigarilyo. Yung amoy ng sigarilyo, daming nagninigarilyo dito. Allergy ako sa amoy. Ayan, ang ganda oh. Ayan, so we're here na The Rivera. Yan ang pangalan ng The Rivera. Ano sa ba po ning ang short ay nga natabingi man po siya. Ayan. So, ayan po. Dyan. Pwede kang maligo dyan. Ayan. Yung mga bata hindi pwedeng lalagpas dyan sa bola. Pero yung mga malalaki pwedeng pupunta doon. Mag-diving. Ayan. Pwede po sila doon. So, ayan. Naglinya na ang mga tao. Gustong sumakay ng cruise. Ayan. Ayan. Boat tours. Ayan. Charters. So, as what I said yesterday, you can buy a ticket right there. Yan. So, ito yung line. Alright, thank you. So, yan. Yan ang mga cruise nila. Cruises, ayan. Yan po ang sasakyan namin. So, pupunta kami sa Gate B. Yun ang sinabi kahapon sa ticket namin. So, yan. Ang ganda. Sobrang ganda. So, ayan. Marami kami ngayon ata. So, doon yung mga private yachts nandun po sa kabila. Ayan. So, kaya ganun. Oh, private plane. Ang ingay ni private. Say your mama. Yeah, say hi to your mom and your sister. Welcome them to the tour boat. You need to welcome them. So you don't know what's gonna do inside the cruise though. So that's my new
Alright, it's gonna be this line right over here.
thank you. Tapos pwede kang mangisda dito. Ayan. Yan po yung dyan. Medyo may kaingayan po dito kasi nandito kami. Ayan, dyan ka po pwede maligo. Dyan. Yan o. Yan sa part na yan. So ayan, marami ng tao. Kahapon marami. Baka Maya-maya, marami yan kasi maaga pa. Nagsalbitin kasi yung iba. Kaya ayan. Talaga papaitim yung mga puti. Tayo naman mga itim, gusto magpapaputi. Kaloka na to. Ayan. So yung mga yachts na yan, siguro mga private yachts na yan, yung may mga may-ari na talaga na hindi for businesses po.
It was known as an April launch, built for Mr. Shelton Sturgis. Along with his brothers, only operated a large crane maintenance progress. And said at that time a further going to the city with 200 storage facilities. He had built a beautiful Queen Anne Victoria. Unfortunately, over the years it got remodeled into a gigantic white square box. It still out to a right until 2004, and that was torn down to make way for the teen homes just coming through. Now, you get idea how large the original mansion was. You see that great home filled with black and gold? That was originally the guest home for the main mansion. Now, the first people homes up there, they kept the manor subdivision. One of the nicer places in which to live within the city limits of Geneva. The manor is known for many different types of architecture. It'll be the former site of the estate of Mr. Levi C. Leiter, along with Mr. Leiter's partner, started a company in Chicago known as Field Leiter and Company. The company name was shortened over years to simply Field. The old mansion stood out to a right until 1940, and it was torn down to make way for the present subdivision. And how large this one was, it had 30 rooms in it and 19 fireplaces. Water was included.
So yun na nga, nakikita lang namin yan kanina, pero ngayon, ayan, nalapitan na talaga namin. Ayan. So, ganyan. Mas maganda siguro pag gano'n. Ayan. Sobrang ganda po talaga. Kakalokang kagandahan ng lake na ito. Pinalibutan talaga siya ng mga hotels, ng mga apartment, yung mga pension house, sa mga gustong mag-pension house, ganun lang. So, depende. May mga bahay din po. Ayan, nagbe-build na naman sa nire-renovate na po yung iba kasi may kalumaan na. Kaya ganyan po ang nangyayari. Ayan. So, ang ganda, no? May mga mayayaman nakatira din eh. Malayo kasi dito sa dagat, kaya yung mahilig sa tubig, ayan. Yung mga mayayaman, mga millionaire, ay nako, ganyan. O, diba? Ang ganda, ano? Kailan kaya tayo magkakaganyan? Libre naman mangarap na lang tayo, o, diba? Ganon. Libre lang naman. Matupad o hindi, okay lang, o, diba? Ganon yun.
The later years of the estate was owned by the John Gordon family. Gordon fortunately established a number of facilities across Canada.
Para mga galansiyang ng mga tao diri ba? Sige, istorya ba? Mga galansiyang. Sa Bisaya pa, mga galansiyang, mga tambaya. We have lovely homes.
The group of homes of the Heritage USA former site of the estate is Mr. Corliss was founded with the goal of a skilled circle home, which later became a part of the group. Maybe how large this is. It took up space for the first 3 homes of the stage. We were able to see at one time after the day, 50 people going for the payroll. They actually have a staff of 40 servants to maintain the ground. Including his own flight. fisherman. He had his own private fish hatchery at the western end of the lake for the express purpose of stocking Lake Geneva with German brown and rainbow trout. In fact, the state record for both German brown and rainbow are held here at Lake Geneva.
Little drive around the lake. Ayan, ira-drive namin siya mamaya. Pagkatapos sa cruise, drive na naman. Ikotin naman po ang Lake Geneva. Yung malaking lake talaga, konektado ng Chicago, ng Ohio, ng Missouri, ng Wisconsin, ng Michigan. Ayan, nasa kabilang po yun. Medyo siguro mga 45 minutes drive o 30 minutes. Mga ganun, 1 hour drive galing dito. Yun ang pinakamalaking lake po. Na talagang inuukupahan lahat ng state ba? Sobrang laki. Oo. Parang dagat na talaga yung lake na yun sa sobrang laki niya. Grabe, di ba kasi malaki yung US? Ilang state ang inuukupahan niya? No? So marami. Chicago, Illinois, Michigan, Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio at Missouri po. Yun po ang inaanuhan ng lake na yun. So 5 state po ang iniikutan ng lake na yun. So, pero sa isang state nga lang dito, kapareho na kalaki ng Pilipinas. How much more yung 5 state, diba? So malaki, sobrang laki ng lake na yun. Hindi mo talaga makikita yung pinakadulo. Tapos malalaki ng isda doon. May mga tuna na sa freshwater na tuna. Ayan. So, ang kaganda dito. Grabe. Pwede ka palang magdala ng aso dito. Pag nag-drive ka lang papunta dito.
The next large white home with a red roof is known as Black Dog. Built in the 1880s, for many years, it was a summer home of Montgomery Ward Thorne, heir to the Montgomery Ward store fortune. Today, the home is owned by a family of doctors and lawyers from the city of Chicago.
Oh.
Now, starting with the wood area and going down
Ayan,
the
mayari
shoreline
po
for
dyan.
about a
Mayari po
mile,
ng bahay na yan.
make up a
is
consolidation
doctor
of
at
the
lawyer
states,
po.
which were once
From
owned or controlled
Chicago,
by members of the
Illinois po ang
Wrigley
may-ari
family
niyan. Ayan,
of
ayan
Wrigley
po
Chewing
yan.
Gum. The first of the homes north Woodside, the main home we're coming to view now, was once owned by a Mr. O.N.T. Vander. Mr. T. Vander was an inventor. Many inventions to his credit.
Abogado at
One of
saka
his more
Dr.
successful
Sus Maria.
inventions financially was the process for making the first sanitary milk bottle cap. A little paper cap that used to be the top of the glass milk jugs. Now that seems like a rather trivial
Kasi
little
sabi ko sa
invention,
inyo, yung mga
but it helped
mayayaman
him to
talaga.
retire a multi-millionaire.
Yan, ang mga may-ari. Multi-millionaire, mga millionaire, multi-millionaire. O, diba?
The Wrigleys purchased the property in the 1960s when they heard rumors of it being torn down. It still remains in the extended family today. They built 2 new homes, the dark green one behind us, and this white one here, both in the same style as the original home at North Woodside. Now the second of the Wrigley estates used to stand up ahead, where the brown brick home now stands. The old home was known as Hillcroft, and until 1966 served as Philip Knight Wrigley's summer residence. At that time, construction was completed in the year-round home just down the shoreline. Now, after moving out of the old home up until their passing, it was used as the family home and once in a while as the guest house.
Yan, o,
After Philip and Helen passed
bahay
away, the
na yan.
family sold it. The current owner has completely renovated it both inside and out. The current owner tore down the old home and built that one onto it right back in 1985.
Kalaki-laki ng bahay.
The main Wrigley home is up ahead here, the gray one,
Grabe
designed by
mga tao,
Philip
no?
himself to be a completely fireproof
Yaman.
structure. Again, after they passed, the family sold it. The current owner has now completely renovated it, both inside and
Maglalagyan
out.
sa yaman
There's
nila.
been one addition on the far side, which is actually a large indoor swimming pool. Now, even though they sold 2 of these homes back in the 80s, they still control all the property behind all the homes for over 1.5 miles, all the way back to Highway 50.
Tingnan nyo naman, guys. Mga
Now the next building is another Wrigley building, the white one there with the white pillars. That's owned by Philip Knight Wrigley's granddaughter. Now that's not the main home, folks. The main home is out of back.
Ganda, oh.
That building
May ano
there,
talaga siya,
that's just the
masagdanan.
pool house.
A what? A what? Full house.
Now the barn-like structure up ahead is the Wrigley Boathouse, where they store some of the 20 boats they own. One of which is a 32-foot Hackercraft speedboat, powered by a 600 horsepower Curtiss-Wright airplane engine. Now the large home right next door is a brand new Wrigley mansion just completed a few years ago. Now up ahead in the slips, that large one boat there is the ADE. That's the Wrigley private yacht, originally built back in 1911. When launched here in the lake, it was the first gasoline-powered yacht on Lake Geneva. Prior to that time, all the yachts of that size were steam-powered.
1911.
At one time, there were 50 of that size
1911.
on the
Ayan,
lake.
renovate lang nila
Now,
yung
there's
iba.
only 6 of the originals, but there are 3 new ones and a 4th one under construction. Now, this one's been converted from gasoline to electric power. It's now completely run on batteries. Now the brown home coming to view around the point is the last of the Wrigley homes. Now owned and occupied by William Wrigley III, the third and last of William Wrigley, who want to operate the chewing gum empire because they have sold at the end of their Mars. At the edge of the woods will complete the Wrigley compound here at Lake Geneva. Now the next large white home with the red tile roof is one of 3 homes completed in 1906. This first one here was built for Edward Swift of the Swift Meatpacking Corporation.
Yung
At that time, the home
building
was
na
known
yan,
as Villa Hortensia.
1906 po yan.
after Edward's
1906
wife,
na bell.
Hortensia. Today, the
Bell
home
po
is
yan,
known as
1906.
Edgewood.
Grabe, kaluma. Ano? Ang ganda. Sobra. Ang ganda niya.
Now, the next home, which will come into view in a moment, is considered by most people on the lake to be the most beautiful of the older homes. Again completed in 1906 for N.W. Harris, founder of Harris Trust and Savings Banks in Chicago, which is today known as BMO Harris. Now, for over 60 years, though, the property was owned by the Shaw-Peterkin family. The late Walton W. Shaw was founder of Yellow Taxicab in Chicago, and his late son-in-law, Daniel F. Peterkin Jr., was past chairman of the board of Morton International. His companies as Morton Salt, Morton Chemical, Texas Chemical, and Thiokol Chemical in aerospace. Since 1999, it's been owned by Richard Driehaus of Driehaus Capital Management in Chicago. That family has completely restored the home from inside out. Now, Mr. Driehaus is the one who always threw lavish parties here in the lake. Every year in the last week of July, there was a different theme to his
Yung
parties.
mansion na yan, grabe ka
I don't know what's going to happen. I should have
mayari.
flushed Mr. Driehaus passed away about a month ago. The next large brown home with a white trim is known as Flowerside Inn. Built around 1900 for Simeon Chapin, founder of the Chapin brokerage firms of New York and Chicago.
Yan po lunch na. Grabe mga bahay dito guys. Kalalaki.
The next large white home here with a red roof is known as Bonnie Gray. Around 1900, it was owned by Martin K. Ryerson, a director of the Illinois State Merchants Bank and owner of Ryerson Physical Laboratory, and many of the buildings to the university. Now, the Ryersons in their day were quite the party throwers, and it wasn't unusual at all to run on people like Harvey Firestone, John Rockefeller Sr., or Henry Ford at one of their gatherings. One of his personal friends was Claude Monet, the French impressionist painter. He had spent some time here playing with them. Now, when they passed away, their entire collection of Monet paintings and other artworks are put on permanent loan to the Art School in Chicago, which now make up the Ryerson Gallery there today. Now, the Gray Home right at the water's edge was originally the boathouse for the Ryerson estate. Converted to a home many years ago, you could no longer build a building that close to the water's edge because that was an existing structure that was allowed to remain. You notice you can still walk in front of it. That's because here in Lake Geneva, property owners have to maintain an easement across the front of the property for anyone wishing to walk around the lake. You can walk the entire 20.6 miles of Lake Geneva shoreline if you so wish. That large hub up there on the hill is known as Alta Vista. Originally owned and built for William W. Palouse, founder of the Palouse Scale and Balance Company. At one time, Palouse scales were used in every United States post office to weigh the mail. The current owner of the property is completely renovated it both inside and out.
Grabe guys, ang mga bahay dito. Gaano kaya? Ang masasabi nating mayaman talaga. Yan yung nakikita dito sa mga kasi pag malapit kayo sa tubig, sobrang mahal po ng property, sobrang mahal. Mga bahay, sobrang mahal. At tingnan niyo naman ang lalaki. Kung hindi ka pilot, kung hindi ka doctor, hindi ka lawyer, or engineer, or or business, running on business, hindi ka makabili ng ganito kasi sobrang, sa tax pa lang, sobrang laki na po. Pero pag, kasi mayaman na kasi, wala nang paglalagyan ng pera nila, kaya ganyan po. Kasi, kung pareho lang siguro sa pag-iisip ko, yung itira ko dito, itira na lang ako sa tapos, yung pambayad sana ng tax, tulong na lang sa mga nangailangan ng tulong, di ba? Nangarap din naman akong magkaroon ng malaking bahay. Yan. Pero yung ganito na talagang malaki na yung tax. See? 25 to 30,000 per year. Kigwa, dollars yun ha, yung ganyan kalaking bahay. O, yun. Yan, yung ganyan kalaking bahay, 20 to 30,000 dollars yan. Ang tax niya po. Eh, a year po yan ha, a year. Oh, magkano na yan sa piso? So, di ba? Pero kasi mayaman sila, walang paglalagyan ng pera, kaya ganun.
The next large gray stone home up ahead there with the lighter colored stucco on the second story was originally owned and built for a Judge N.C. Sears, a very wealthy lawyer who later became a circuit court judge. The current owner of the property is completely renovated it both inside and out.
Mga judge talaga, mga retired
As you can see here, folks, in the front, the landscaping is beautiful.
Mga retirong
But keep
abogado
watching,
po,
look
lahat
alongside
nila
the house here in a moment. All the way back up at the old round barn, where there's a spring that feeds this stream coming down, and it's all beautifully stone lined with bridges and buildings all the way down to the lakefront. Now the next 1,450 feet of shoreline and the next 20 shoreline homes comprise the Elgin Club, the oldest subdivision on the lake, established back in 1873, with all the original members coming from Elgin, Illinois. It seems when they originally purchased their 16 acres of land, it cost them a whopping $400. Needless to say, that property is worth just a little bit more today. The Elgin Club. Now, starting here with Pier 130 and going down the length of the seawall is the former site of the estate of R.T. Crane, founder of Crane's Plumbing, and at one time one of the world's largest manufacturer of plumbing components, even larger than Kohler is today. The original Crane mansion stood up ahead where that white home now stands on the hill there, right next to the flagpole. Originally, their home was built on either side of the main home for the Crane children. Now, Mr. Crane was very innovative. He was the first manufacturer to offer his employees health insurance in their retirement plan. Only one of the old original mansions still exists. It's the gray one up ahead. I'll come into view here in a moment. Originally built for Mr. Crane's daughter, today it's owned by the Dean Griffith family. The Griffiths are an importer of spices in owner of the Griffith Food Laboratories in Chicago. The area off to your right at one time was known as Camp Augustana. It was all owned and operated by the Lutheran Synod of Northern Illinois. Although it ceased operations back in the late 1960s, and the land has since been subdivided. The large gray home coming to view up ahead was originally owned and built by Mr. John M. Smith, founder of the old John M. Smith Furniture Stores in Chicago, which later became known as Homemakers. The next large white home with a large white front porch and staircase you'll see in a moment was originally owned by the Emery family, founders of Chicago Rawhide, today known as Sear Industries. one of the leading manufacturers of oil seals and for the automotive and appliance industries. The current owner of this home has put a large addition on. To give you an idea how large the addition is, that front porch was originally right in the center of the home.
You don't let chicken parmesan?
Give it to me.
I'll take care of that for you.
Sure, by later. What would you like? Yes, ma'am. Because I'm done.
The French chalet style home up there on the hill was the original site of the estate of Ignac Schwinn, founder of the famous Schwinn Bicycle Company. The Schwinn family sold the property in the 90s. The current owner tore down the old mansion and built that one up there on the hill in 2002.
We can't let you take anything off the bottom, unfortunately. Sorry about that.
And coming up,
Oh, sorry about that.
that little beach house, that's built here. Like,
Wow. Oh, right
side by
there.
side picture. This little pink house over there. His friend and grandma got a house up there. That his mom and dad bought it, and nobody wanted anything to do with it. Why would it only give it your house? I don't know why.
We're now rounding Cedar Point, site of the Cedar Point Park subdivision. The subdivision is so large it's divided into 8 sections. Each section having its own private swimming area and a small park for those residents who do not have direct lakeshore rights.
Nice to speak to you.
And now we're in Williams Bay. Cheryl knows this area.
We're now entering Williams Bay. Williams Bay is named after Captain Israel Williams, a Civil War veteran and early settler of the Lake Geneva area. At one time, Williams Bay is at the end of a spur of the Chicago and Northwestern Railroad. Originally, that railroad had stopped back in the city of Lake Geneva. But as the large mansions started springing up around the lake, everybody wanted train service at the water's edge. Well, that wasn't possible in Lake Geneva, but it was here. So in 1887, the right-of-way was extended to Williams Bay. Large docks were built along the waterfront. So they catch the train here in the morning, take them down to their work in the city, bring them back in the afternoon, where oftentimes they'd race those yachts down to the country club for a quick round to coffin dinner. At the height of train service up here, there were 20 arrivals from the two depots every day of the week. Unfortunately, train service here in Williams Bay was discontinued in the late 1960s and in Lake Geneva in the late 1970s.
Ladies, who wants coffee here? All of you, perfect. Glad I brought my friend.
they're tied to the docks here, circulation place around, and that keeps the water from moving around. Keeps the ice from forming around the hulls. We're also the largest marina here on Lake Geneva. We sell Boston Whaler, Monterey, Chris Craft, Pennington pontoon boats, Mastercraft, and the wooden speedboat, the Gage Hacker. Also, we have our restaurant here, Pier 290, both with indoor and outdoor seating.
Right. Again, it's super hot up here. Now you have to pick whatever you want on here. Yeah, that's all you want? Okay.
The group of white homes off to a right set in a semicircle make up the Congress Club, with all the original members coming from Congress Street in the city of Chicago. It seems that homes were originally built while they had kitchens in them. They all had their meals together in that one building in the center, which was a communal dining hall. Of course, that is held true over the years. They all now have their own kitchens, and the one in the center is now a clubhouse. We are now around the Conference Point, the site of the Conference Point camp, owned and operated by the National Council of Churches to help promote interchurch fellowship. Now again, folks, if you're finishing your lunch, you're more than welcome to come on upstairs. Now up ahead of us above the tree line, you can see those large domes there. The large gray one that's open. It's open right now. houses the world's largest refractory type telescope. It is some 64 feet long with lenses to 40 inches in diameter.
Yeah.
It's known as Yerkes Observatory, and it was donated to the University of Chicago back in 1897 by Mr. Charles Yerkes, founder of the Chicago streetcar system. Now, when Albert Einstein first visited the United States, there were only two places he wanted to go. One was Niagara Falls, and the other was right here at Yerkes. There are photographs of him with the staff of Yerkes during his visit in May of 1920. Dr. Hale of the Hale Observatory in California and Dr. Hubble of the Hubble Telescope both got their degrees and taught here at Yerkes. Yerkes Observatory today is now owned by a non-profit here on the lake who is in the process of completely renovating the old observatory, and it'll be open to the public later this year on a limited basis and open to the main public next spring. The open area up ahead with the beach out in front is known as the Wesley Woods Camp today. Although when it was founded back in 1900, it was known as Camp Illinois. Originally started by a group of businessmen from the city of Chicago for a private retreat of their own. The brown and white buildings up ahead make up the George Williams College Geneva campus of Aurora University. Originally started by the late George Williams, who founded the YMCA. For many years, this was actually a YMCA training facility. It's been part of Aurora University for well over 30 years and is now a full-time college campus. we are now passing the Norman B. Bar Camp, a family camp for families from Chicago. Norman B. Bar Camp was closely followed by Holiday Home Camp. Holiday Home was established back in 1887 by the Lake Geneva Fresh Air Association to provide vacations for the underprivileged children of the city of Chicago. As when the camp was founded, it's still completely funded by the private contributions of the Lakeshore residents. It is the oldest continuing operating camp in the United States. It's only missed one season since its opening in 1887. It ran through the Great Depression, both World Wars, but the COVID virus closed it down last summer. She is ready to reopen for this summer. They got their pier in, and hopefully the kids will be up there in a week or so. The large gray and white home up there on the hill is known as Angel's Flight, so named because of all the stairs leading to the front door.
Alright, folks, I'm gonna leave this. We'll be back in a little
Tingnan nyo guys, ang ganda ng house doon sa taas. Oh. Grabe ka. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Grabe naman yung bahay na yan. Parang 2 dosina nakatira. Pero opo lang pala nakatira. Mag-asawa na. Wow.
I just got an invitation to get together with some of the girls I graduated with. But I thought it was nice. She assumed that I was here from my post. And 2 years ago, apparently, she had a couple of months. I have a little house lot. And so I was invited 2 years ago. And it was nice.
We're now passing E-Line or U-Line Point, depending on how you want to pronounce it. It was owned and operated by owned by the Joseph E-Line family, who owned and operated Joseph Brewing in Milwaukee until they sold it in the 80s. Now there's been arguments how to pronounce the name. When I say E-Line, everybody yells at me and says it's U-Line and vice versa. Well, folks, I've had the family on the boat. Believe it or not, they pronounce it both ways. So if they can't figure it out, I'm not going to.
I like Todd. 1011 Jeffrey.
western end of Lake Geneva in the village of Fontana. Fontana is the site of the Abbey Resort built back in 1963. Now the Abbey complex is not on the lakefront, it's behind all these buildings. You can just barely make out the A-frame structure, the big lodge off to our right there. Up ahead though, behind the beach, you'll see the Abbey's boat harbor, which holds over 450 boats. Now that harbor is so congested that there's only one exit underneath the highway bridge. They had an erected stop and no traffic signal to help control the flow of boat traffic in and out of the bridge area.
Oh, okay. So we made it back around. So it's right over there.
I still might drink that.
I think it could on the way up.
So see this
It's way up on the hill. That's where my mom grew up.
see underneath that bridge right there. Sorry, what? That one.
You know that one? Yeah, but that's not. I mean, there's a carriage house there, but I mean, it's funny because they show the whole estate. How they talk about the carriage. I think it was just out here. My father, my grandfather, and my grandmother, and my mom.
Can I take some of this stuff for you? That was everything. That pie is my favorite.
Now the group of homes now off to our right, pick up the Indian Hills subdivision. So named because that was an early settlement camp in the Potawatomi Indians.
Do you want to keep your water glass? No. No? Okay. Give it up on the pie? All right. Thank you, sir.
This was the ocean.
And you're the tea drinker, huh? Thanks. I'll be right back.
I mean, you saw that fence I lived to the lake. It was 2 loads. And there's forage. With snow, rivers up north, all these, all the snow melting.
Yeah, it's not a problem. We'll call it back.
Ayan po, sana po nag-enjoy kayo sa video po. Ayan, mag-iingat po kayo lagi. Ayan, God bless you and your family po. Love you all. Maraming salamat. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye-bye.